welcome to EthanLive. Today is Wednesday,
Yep.
March the 4th. That's
Oh,
right.
that used to be such a funny day at school because the kids would always say, "What day is it?" And you'd say March 4th, and they'd stand up and March 4th. They just thought that was
Oh,
so
very,
funny.
very clever. I thought that
Yeah.
was just like
It was
May the,
clever the first couple years. After
right.
about 30 years, it wasn't so clever.
I could see why. It's kind of like May the 5th,
Yeah.
May the 4th, whatever it is.
4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the link if anyone wants to actually join in to the podcast for a moment to ask your question. Otherwise, you could ask your question in the comments. We'd be happy to have those. Also, today is Hug a GI Day.
Okay.
It is National Grammar Day.
Oh, I like that one.
Brain Injury Awareness Day.
That's an important one. Okay.
Uh, March 4th.
Yes.
4th, Forth.
Uh-huh.
National Marching Band Day.
Oh, now that's a good one. I loved marching band. My son was in marching band, and I loved being a part of that whole program. So a lot of good
Uh,
things for kids with
speaking
music.
speaking of sons, we both would fall into having this category. It's National Sons Day today, March the
Oh,
4th. So
okay.
we both have
Yeah.
sons. So it's a wonderful day. So anyway, it's been a while since we jumped on. We wanted to get some updates for everybody on some different things. Um, first and foremost, make sure to everyone out there that you can watch now. If you're watching this, you probably don't need the other stuff, but you can watch on Ethan's Facebook page. You can watch on the Ethan's YouTube page. You can watch on the EthanAlmighty.com webpage. But you can now. You can also now
Whoops.
listen to the podcast with no
Yeah.
video um, through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart. Um, so,
Oh, we're just on all kinds of platforms.
I mean, seriously.
You can
Let
find us
me
somewhere.
on. Hold on. Let me just see if there's an update on a case while we're just sitting here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody letting you know something?
Yeah. So anyway, all those things are available. I think it's very cool that we can quickly get out some information out. And some people had asked for a long time, do you have just the audio version I could listen to in the car
Mhm.
or at work or something like that? So we get done with our live podcast here. Hopefully it'll just take me just a short time, half hour or so to put the podcast up. If I can find my instructions, my 12-step instructions.
Oh, is that all?
Just
Just a simple little process.
Okay, where today was also
Huh?
the as you go back and look at memories. Today was also the 1 year anniversary of them. This is how long this has been going on. Them
Uh-huh.
raising the charges on Chesney Taylor and CJ.
Oh my
1 year ago
goodness.
today, the prosecutors in Scott County raised the charges. That's
Wow.
been going on, and they have another court date. Is it
The
is it
sixth.
It's this Friday, right?
Right. Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been a long process for sure. So
So some of the let's touch base real quick on a couple of the ones that sort of are recent that we've been following, which would be so Lauren Eaton in Jefferson County is
back in court on the 6th.
back in court also on the 6th for a preliminary.
Yes. Right.
Our our
Right.
our Scott County folks, Chesney Taylor,
Hmm.
C.J. Barnett are in court supposedly Friday morning. The last couple of times their attorney filed a motion the morning of court to get it moved, but it's supposed to be the 6th.
Yeah.
Also, there are 3 new cases we have not talked about in Jefferson County on the list, and one
Yeah.
is David Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
He has a pretrial on 415. All of his, he had, I think you said he had seven dogs. All are second degree animal cruelty charges.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm, kind of keeping an eye on it, hoping that they'll up the charges, since we've talked to them down there and they have some new people. So hopefully that'll happen. But yes, there were 7 dogs. There were several reports from people to check on the welfare of the animals. And they said they were found with distended stomachs, hair loss, pus infected wounds. So obviously some terrible neglect. I don't know whether they'll be able to have enough to substantiate abuse or torture, but keeping an eye on it. And
Uh,
it's a pre-trial.
and that is 415. Hopefully that something
Yeah.
along those lines gets raised. There's also a Destiny Morgan who
Yeah.
has a court date tomorrow.
Right. And she's the one now people may have noticed on Facebook because they were looking for her. There was quite a search for her, kind of like when Demetrius Hebert was being searched. She finally turned herself in. She abandoned her dogs. I think they were there obviously for quite a while because they were obviously both dead, but they said they were in such bad shape they were actually mummifying, that they'd been left there for so long. One was left in a wire cage. The other one, they said, was tied to a staircase. So,
All right, so that's
yeah.
Destiny Morgan. She has it since she was just caught, is that her arraignment on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
she's arraigned and charged with felony,
Yes. Yes. She
but
has
she'll be
been
arraigned
charged
and
with
she'll be
torture.
her first arraignment they'll be in district court if anyone wants to go. That's Thursday, Jefferson County. Probably
Right.
says 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh. Yeah. They always seem to in Jefferson County.
Say 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. It may be 11, maybe
Jefferson
12.
County District Court, just if is for anyone that wants any information. If you have to appear in Jefferson County District Court, check with your attorney first, even if it is the public defender, and find out what time they're going to be there, because then you don't
Yeah.
have to get there until they're there.
No, no. Other things go on in court. The judge shops or looks at her phones, or there's plenty of things to do while you're waiting for all these people that are supposed to be there at
You
nine
know,
o'clock.
maybe that would be a good place to just go in and visit the judges early in the morning,
Uh-huh.
tell some more about Ethan's story, give some information out.
They're glad to see you when you come in. All the judges are.
Well, yeah,
So,
I think they're glad to see Ethan when he comes in.
well, there you go. But
He's always a
you
good.
can just hop from one courtroom to the next and spread the love and kindness. So even take cards. Remember, we can pass out cards too.
Why not?
So yeah,
Um, so
that works.
that was let's see.
Destiny Morgan. And thanks again. I happened to see it, but other people had sent it to me. And as we said before, Jeff, anybody that sees anything, please send it.
Yes, please
That
do.
helps us tremendously to track them. So again, thank
I mean,
you. I know.
it never fails. We go to a, another county and
Hmm.
we go to the courthouse and we're talking with some folks in the courthouse or the prosecutors or someone, and we'll tell them why we're there, and they'll tell us about 2 or 3 other cases that are in their county that we've never heard of before. So
Right, exactly, exactly. So, and I've got several people that reach out quite often. Thank you, David in Mercer County. Michelle reaches out. Wendy keeps an eye out for me. I mean, Teresa was sending ones to me today. So I really appreciate it. It helps us. So send them to me, send them to Jeff, anything you see.
yes, thank you very much for sending those out. Um, let's see, and then our next one in
We have Charles. Yes, we have
Charles.
Charles
Charles, yeah.
Gerlach.
What?
Yeah.
And he was Charles Gerlach. Tell us about. Uh,
Well, yeah, he is
he
the
was
man
most
that
recent.
jumped. Yes, he
Oh yeah.
killed a person
Uh,
and a dog, and then he tried to commit suicide by jumping out of the window. He was in the hospital. He just was in court this morning for an arraignment.
yes. Did you? And you were on Zoom for quite a while this morning. Did
I
you?
was on Zoom for 3 hours. So yeah. Yeah, but anyway, it's okay. I was doing other things while that was on in the background.
Did
But
you ever see him pop up?
yes,
Okay.
finally, he
Okay.
is thankfully the judge has him on $1 million cash bond because he is charged with murder, he's charged with tampering with a corpse, he's charged with torture of a dog. He's admitted that he killed this person and then he stuffed him in a closet because they were in his way. And then he admitted that the little chihuahua was found in the sink and he admitted that he had drowned the chihuahua. So
Yes.
that case seems very straightforward since the criminal has admitted, but we'll see what happens there.
Yes, we'll see what happens. And a couple people are commenting about it's hard to listen to the abuse, and but
Oh,
trust
it's
me,
horrible.
we
It's
we
horrible.
we get it. But if this is the way I look at it, it is so hard to sit and listen to it. And Debbie can vouch for this. We go into court, and when you think you've heard everything, you go into the
Oh
court the
gosh.
next day and you hear something different. But if you don't
Right.
listen to it,
Uh-huh.
if you don't if you don't listen to it and it doesn't get you worked up and get you angry and get you ready to do something about it, then
Right.
we're we're not doing the right thing. We've got to take these horrible stories, and we've got to
Uh-huh.
put a we've got to make them mean something.
Good.
They've
You're so right. And each victim deserves that. Each victim deserves that's heard what happened to them, what horrific thing was done to them, so that hopefully our society will face the facts of this is happening and we will work harder to stop it. But no, as much as we listen to it, Jeff, I don't think anybody, I hope they never think, we never get hardened to it. It
no,
upsets us and it bothers us every single time we hear it.
no.
So
In fact, it was just yesterday. Someone reached out to me about one of these cases we'll talk about next. And again, another someone that just is in the area that knows about some of this and reached out, and
yes.
like it just infuriates you what some people are doing,
Uh-huh.
and it's just you can't you can't ever let it harden you, but you also can't turn your back to it, or
Exactly.
it'll just keep going on, or
Right.
people will
Right.
just keep getting away with it, or they won't get prosecuted. So
No.
trust us,
No.
we know how terrible it is, and we want to be we want people to come and enjoy listening to what we have to say, knowing that some of the things we have to say
They're
are,
difficult.
are pretty
They're
terrible.
hard to
Yeah,
hear. Yeah, they are hard to hear. But that, brings awareness again to the fact that that's what's happening and we need to know that. We
yeah.
need to stay on top of each case and make sure that they're adjudicated and punished accordingly.
So we try to break up some of the awful news with that with good stuff every once in a while. So on the vein of that, Ethan is sound asleep next
Oh
to me,
goodness.
listening to all the crap we're putting out there. Does
Well, of
Pennsylvania start
course.
a registry? Angela says Pennsylvania started a registry for animal. Hello, Angela. How are you? We'll put that up there.
Yes.
Pennsylvania
Yeah,
started a registry for animal abusers. I don't have all the details. I'll check it out because last time I had checked. Thank you, Angela. Last time I checked, and thank you for everything Angela did helping out this week with some things. Very much appreciated. Um, it was Tennessee and Florida. And on my list here of things to talk about is
uh-huh.
we'll get to that a little bit later. Is a couple of these bills here. Um, so let's see. So then we move to Christian County. Has a new case. This John Mann.
Uh-huh.
And what
Yeah.
is? Tell me that one. I don't. That must have been one that we haven't had a chance to
No,
about. Who's
he
this?
was caught. He was fleeing from police and he was arrested because he fled on foot. So they went back to the house and they found that he had dogs that were in a very bad shape. And from what I read, I don't know quite. I've got to find more about it. I'm going to have to call and see what I can find out. But he had dogs and he was not supposed to be in the possession of dogs. They were supposed to have been surrendered.
Oh, this John Mann.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And they found him with dogs.
that sort
So,
of ties into. Let's skip over this Mercer County thing real quick. That kind of ties it down into this Ohio County and this Larry Cooper. So, uh, the name below Larry Cooper, I'm holding off mentioning that particular name just yet, Debbie, just because she hasn't been arrested yet and charged.
gotcha.
I've got a bunch of details, again, from some wonderful people around the state who've reached out about
Good.
that particular case. So
Good.
dropping down below Larry Cooper to that name below there. Um, I've even got people have given me a lot of information about this dog, young dog,
Okay.
pup kind of dog, um, that was just
Okay.
in a kennel on someone's back porch, dead
Oh.
because they had just stopped feeding it, left it in this kennel. They had a couple other dogs in their home that they were taking care of. Um, so that should, as
Mm,
soon as that is supposedly okay, that she's going to be charged with this felony and it's an arrestable offense. For whatever reason,
okay.
they're waiting for a warrant from the judge instead of just going to arrest her. So
Okay.
okay, so either way, whatever. Let's just get her in custody, and then
Right.
I'll be able to talk a little bit more about it then. But until she's actually been charged, I don't really want to mention her name just yet. But this other
Okay.
person in Ohio County, this Larry Cooper, was
Uh-huh.
was charged. I think he ended up he had his details were he had 11. Oh man,
Mm.
the numbers are what
Uh-huh.
the
Right.
stories don't merge together, but the numbers 11, 13 dogs, something like that. He ended up they should have all been felony, probably, in my opinion. They were lowered
Yeah.
to second degree animal cruelty. He was put on probation, and as part of his probation, he was not to be around, own, possess dogs. This was, I think,
Okay.
July of last year. Uh,
Okay.
December, he was found in the possession of dogs. Went before the judge, explained to the judge that he was confused,
Oh,
didn't
okay.
understand what that meant.
To not have dogs, that is a confusing
And what
statement.
I and this is a story that I
Really?
told that is the judge said, well, this is an arrestable offense because you violated this probation. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but since you said you didn't understand, I'm going to let you out on another chance, another.
Oh.
So there have been, in talking with some folks that live not too far from this particular area, several cases in Ohio County that should have been felonies that have been dropped to felony or to
Okay.
animal cruelty that we're going to need to stop paying a little more
A
attention
little
to.
closer.
Maybe Ohio
Right.
County.
Well, the first thing I'll do is call too and see who that judge was. Because again, where I'm trying to track certain behaviors or certain sentences that are coming down from the same judge.
Right,
So,
and these prosecutors.
uh-huh.
Hopefully, this dog is dead. Uh,
Mm,
Hopefully this new one they do a little bit better job of, but as soon as that person gets arrested, I'm going to try to reach out to the county attorney, and just make sure that we're all
definitely.
on the same page,
Yeah. And
about
they know we have eyes on it because
yeah.
obviously these other ones just kind of slid by and let it go. So,
And I hope
okay.
everyone knows when we say we have eyes on it, we mean everybody's eyes, not just
Exactly.
like we're paying attention because little old me and Debbie, they don't care about us.
No,
But when
no.
you start diving into the people that vote for these people, the judges, the
Exactly.
prosecutors, that kind of thing. We want them to know
Yes.
that people in your community have eyes on it,
Uh-huh.
and they
Yeah.
are watching it, and they have
Right.
an opinion about the way they would like things to be handled in their county.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We
um,
play a very small part in
yes,
spreading the
yeah,
word to the people
yeah,
that really need to know. So
yeah,
that's our mission there, is to let the voters in those counties know what's going on.
very true. And then we have, let's see, this couple in
Oh,
Mercer County,
yeah.
this Tabitha and Gregory Crawford.
Yes, and that's another, I mean, it's horrific. I found out from reading they were advertising themselves as bird breeders.
Oh yeah, that's these people.
Uh-huh. They had all kinds of rats and birds and dogs. But I forgot the name of their company. Their business was called Parrot Rescue.
Their
So they,
agribusiness.
yes, yes, there you
For
go.
people that follow
Yes.
the podcast, we'll know
Uh-huh.
what that
Yeah.
we'll know what that means.
So
And there was a
yeah.
lady that was going there to purchase a bird, right?
Yes, exactly. And then when
Uh,
she saw the conditions, she notified people and they went in, and there were, they have 62 counts right now. And the cages, they said, were just stacked on top of each other, of course, feces everywhere, but they were advertising
inches
themselves.
inches deep. Like
Yes,
so you had a
yes.
person that was going to purchase this bird from these supposed
Uh-huh.
bird breeders, and it
Uh-huh.
had all these other. It was over 100 rats,
Yes. Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
19, 20 dogs. None
Right.
of this was being cleaned up or taken care of. Um, so you can, and it was so terrible. She said it was even hard to. The comment that I saw was
Couldn't
even hard
breathe.
to breathe in there. That she
Yes.
left there and called authorities as
Uh-huh.
you should. Like you see something, say something. Hopefully so.
Right. Yes.
um,
So another one that's just,
yeah.
but
So
it's Mercer County
to
again.
look at, yes, back to Mercer, and I'm not going to get even in the middle of whether it's the Mercer County
No,
4 or 5,
no, we'll
7.
start
This is
over.
a
We're
this
going to start over. This is Mercer one
back
and two.
back to the Mercer County 2. The other ones we've sort of
Right.
dealt with. There was at one
Yeah.
time 2, 3,
Yeah.
5, 7. I think a couple
Right.
of them are still going through with some second degree animal cruelty, and
Yes.
and,
One
and I
of them's
hope
this
people
week.
I hope people know that our laughing is out of the pure hypocrisy of this whole convoluted system
Yes.
that is.
Exactly.
So it's very frustrating. So
Right.
Carrie
It's
says,
not making light of the situation. It's
mm-mm.
making light of how the situation is handled.
Yeah, so these judges have to stop giving people second and third chances. Perfect.
We
Yeah,
agree.
because especially in violent cases like this, like
Uh-huh.
if you you're going to give someone one too many chances, and they're going to hurt a person. Like our case. Oh shoot, coming up in Christian. Oh, which county is it now? When I talked with a county attorney, and he said. Um, They were only going to charge second degree because Floyd County. They were
Oh,
only going to charge second degree because the owner of the dog, and as he called the victim, just wanted restitution.
yes,
Well, the
yes. The one
victim,
that had shot the dog because of
the,
an
the victim is the
altercation.
dog.
Yes.
Let's
Uh-huh.
not forget that the victim is the dog. And because you don't give a crap enough about your dog and you just want money for it, because you've been in jail prior for a bunch of other stuff that you shouldn't have been in the middle of, that doesn't
Uh-huh.
take away from the fact that this person who is, you claim you don't want to hurt because they're young and they have a wife and they have a baby. What's going to happen when that person who got angry enough to go over and shoot the neighbor's dog because he was mad at his neighbor gets mad
Yeah.
at his wife or his kid or it gets mad at anything, his job, and he comes home and takes it out on somebody else.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you want to give some people some chances on some minor marijuana charges or some small time petty stuff like that,
Shoplifting,
whatever.
bad shit.
But
Yeah.
when you've
But
got some
no,
violent offenses and you want to give people second and third chances, that comes back on you. Sorry, that
exactly.
just comes back on you.
I
Drew, thanks
agree.
for I see your comment. Thank you for checking in. It was great to meet you and catch up with you recently. He's has a little bit of involvement in one of our. Uh, I don't know whether he would want me to say, but a little bit of involvement in one of our cases. That he adopted one of the dogs. It was part of a case that's going
One,
on elsewhere.
okay.
So
Well,
great to Drew and his family who rescue and adopt dogs. Thank you very much.
oh, well, thank you. Yes, indeed, for sure.
Pulaski County, the two in Pulaski County I've had over the last couple of days. You probably have too, Debbie. So many people reach out about these two folks in Pulaski County. This
Right.
Kayla Martin and Callie Webster.
Webster, and they've been on Facebook quite a bit too. So there's been a little bit more attention to their case too. If it shows up on Facebook, then you get a little bit more.
And
But
their
they're
arraignment was
they
today. And we tried to get a Zoom link for their arraignment. And
yes,
no one called back in time. We called
yeah,
as soon as we
didn't
heard,
get
as soon as we knew when the arraignment was. We called this morning, left
right.
a message. It's kind of funny, and you run into this more than I do because you call so many people. You call and everyone says, "Oh, you are you a lawyer or do you have a
Yeah.
case in that particular docket?" No, no.
No,
Well, what is your interest?
yeah.
And then sometimes they will say, I mean, the best part of it is they say, "Hey, we know Ethan. We've heard Ethan's story.
Uh-huh.
We'll give you this link." Or the next one is, "Oh, that's great work that you're doing. We'll give you this." And the other one is, "Who are you with again? What
Uh-huh.
did what did you
Uh,
say your name was?"
I
And
don't
then
get that. I get that rarely anymore. Rarely. And it's funny too, because I know this week I talked to two different county clerks and they were both named Debbie. I'm like, I don't know what it is with the Debbies, but
yeah,
as soon as I tell them, why I'm doing it, I had both of them say, oh my goodness, thank you for what you're doing. Let me look. This is horrible. I know it was even on the John Mann case in particular that they were like, oh, this is horrific. He broke parole. Hopefully, wasn't anything else in his file yet. But she was expressing the concerns about what happens to the animals too. So most of the time they're very cooperative, I must say. It's gotten better. I don't know if I'm maybe my spiel is better. I don't
maybe
know.
so. And it's why you know it goes back to why it's so beneficial to have, and hopefully we'll be able to work with um, some legislators in the future, maybe to get something to get this established, organized, court appointed
Definitely.
advocacy program. Because what you
Uh-huh.
want to be able to say as the court appointed animal advocate, as the prosecutor, you go in and they have so many things they have to do, so many different cases, and
Yeah.
I can see where it can probably come very routine to them. The judge probably gets in the same sort of routine of bam, bam. This is, but you need someone to say, just stop for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is not just some normal thing. This is a violent offense that this person has committed against this animal.
Uh-huh.
That should not just be swept under the rug. Probation, diversion,
Right.
whatever the case may be. Someone needs to be there to speak up and say that, like, that's not acceptable. This,
Uh-huh.
these cases where some of these people, will kill an animal and they get 5 years diversion, 2 years probation, whatever, and then someone else kills an animal and they get some jail time, which
I
they should.
know.
But there's got to
Uh-huh.
be a little bit more consistency with it, and that's where like this
Definitely.
program could even help. You can bring.
Uh-huh.
Someone brought up a few things from me. The person that they provided some information. I'm not even sure they live in Ohio County, but provided me some really good information about this case
Uh-huh.
in Ohio County. As that person was telling me, I'm going through the statute in my mind, thinking of all the things that person has now violated in the statute,
Uh-huh.
and it was almost like now that we're getting closer to 2 years into this, I can say, wait a minute, there was a case exactly like this particular part of that in Trimble County. There was a case
Right.
just like this over in this county. There was a case
Yeah.
that had this same exact thing in Muhlenberg County, and all of
Right.
these apply. And that's where,
Hmm.
um, in when you have so many things as these prosecutors do, maybe you don't have the time to research and do all that kind of stuff. That's where a court-appointed animal advocate could really step up and say,
Definitely.
here are the cases
Or
that are
the
here.
precedents. Yes,
What's your deal?
here's the history. Yeah, exactly. So that's another, wish down the road. We hope so. Need to see
But
that happen.
these Pulaski County people were the ones that had the dog with the chain embedded in his neck, right?
Uh-huh.
And they had that it had to be surgically removed.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was, and it only weighed 35 pounds. It was quite emaciated.
Hmm.
And that dog's name was Samson. I do have
Samson, yeah.
the name on that one. So yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
I do like
It
seeing
was
these. I know you can't. I know you, Debbie. You can't see these comments, but as we're going through here, but I see the comment. I like these folks that are just. It does my heart good just to see these folks that are saying hi to everyone else that's watching, that's
oh
following
good.
the podcast. I like that. So you guys just keep on saying hey to each other.
Yeah, say hello to each other.
Yeah.
That's good. It's
Uh,
community. That's what we're doing. So that's great.
Let me see. The other thing was there any other court things we wanted to bring up today? We are
I don't know.
to
We
we're going to
have
try to find out just for people's information where like sort of where to go and what to do. We're going to try to find out if uh, Chesney Taylor and CJ Burnett are really going to appear in court on Friday. We're going to try
yeah,
to make the last two times they've just been moved before they even showed up to court.
yeah.
We're going to try to find out if they're really going to show up to court. If so, that's where we're probably going to try to get to Friday morning. Um,
Hmm.
if they're not going to be have an appearance in court, then the other thing that's on the 6th is back in Jefferson County, local
Right,
Eaton. Um,
right. And then there's a newer case too in Fayette County. I don't have a lot of information on that. That's the one that when you called them, they just kind of recited back to me what the citation that the person, it was Lauren Royce, was charged with torture, but she did not, couldn't give me what she actually did to the animal. So that's one that I'm trying to still find out, but she will be arraigned in Fayette County on the 6th. So that's another newer case too. We have a lot of new cases the last few days. A
yes,
lot.
we do. Oh, and
Yeah.
not on. It just popped in my head. Tomorrow is um,
Jason
Jason
Basham.
Basham in Meade County.
Yes. In Meade County. Right.
And I
And
think we're
that's Laney. That's the one we were
that's
talking about.
Laney, and
Laney. Yeah,
I
which
know
was
some
in
folks, Lisa and some folks from Shamrock Foundation will definitely be there.
I'm,
I need to check our map and directions and different how things work. Uh, he had an obligation to be a social worker kind of thing that involved the link program like in Jefferson County at Asbury College. So we may try to get to that. Um,
okay.
I did see um, this is a good precursor to. Did y'all hear about animal control officers in Florida being getting child abuse recognition training? So that brought
Yes,
to
we did.
some of these uh, legislative things. And so in
Uh-huh.
Kentucky, I'm glad you brought that up, Carrie. In Kentucky, there's a bill, HB 246,
Mm-hmm.
introduced by our good friend Susan Tyler Witten,
Witten.
that would provide um, training for animal control officers to be able to recognize and spot signs of other abuse, child abuse, maybe some domestic abuse, when they're going in to investigate animal cruelty
Right.
case, and then have
You know,
the vehicle to report that back to the proper people.
right. And I thought about it the other day, Jeff, and I don't think I've kind of failed to mention elder abuse too,
Hmm.
because they're also going to be, need to be trained, and they will be to spot that kind of abuse also when they go into a home.
So for Kentucky, that's if people want to follow along, that's HB 246. It
Right.
passed the House
House.
85 to nothing.
Which is
The,
amazing.
the only disappointing thing there was they put a committee substitute on the bill that
Oh,
allows counties to opt out.
oh,
I would hope that just by the mere fact that there were
it
zero people
passed.
that voted against it, that's
Yeah.
it's sending a message sort of back to your constituents in your area. We support this. We want this to go through. We want you to figure this out. So if that was to pass, right now it is in the committee on committees,
Uh-oh.
our favorite committee, committee
Uh-oh.
on committees in the Senate, and if that was to pass, those folks would get that training by January 1st, 2027, and
And
be able,
check if your county for some reason is one of them that opts out, check into it, call people, find out. So that'll be worth following too.
I mean, quite honestly, well,
Who would,
this
why,
is, I mean, this is,
it's
there are
training.
a lot of bills out there that do a lot of different things. This is a
Exactly.
bill that could, and it's called Cayenne's Law.
Uh-huh.
This is a bill that could quite literally save.
Yes.
So, um, so as you're if you've got your scorecard out there, follow HB 246. It's in committee on committees in
The
the
Senate.
Senate. We move to SB 45. Who
45.
again, I think I said on here last time. It's so much nicer to support something. You hate to have to, uh, actively, you know, support something not to pass. Right? You
Uh-huh.
support these new and good things. But SB 45 did pass. The Senate is sitting in House Committee on Committees,
On committees.
and let's hope it sits there and doesn't get changed to another committee.
Yeah, that
But that
one we wanted to just to sit there. Yeah.
that would take a step back. And there was an article. I haven't read the article because I'm not a subscriber to the Courier Journal, but there's an article in the Courier Journal, I think came out yesterday, about how SB 45 could limit ACO officers in Jefferson County
Mm.
from applying local ordinances.
Oh,
That's where this SB
dangerous.
40. That's where this
Danger.
SB 45 like comes from, right? So
Yeah.
if you look up, let's just do it while we're right here.
Go right ahead.
so so SB 45, when it was in, this is why sometimes you have to uh like just peel one layer
Layer
further
back at a
back
time.
from the onion, right? So when
Yeah.
SB 45 was in, uh let me find it real quick. When SB 45 was in the Agricultural Committee, Senate Committee,
Mm-hmm.
Senator Robin Webb introduced that bill, and she had someone named Mindy Patterson speak. Doesn't live in Kentucky, by the way, but
Oh, okay.
she is the co-founder. This is why
Hmm.
you got to dig, right? You got to dig, just
Yes.
got to pull that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Co-founder of the Calvary Group, who spoke on behalf of this agribusiness, agritourism bill. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you look up
Yes.
Mindy Patterson and her bio,
Yes.
and she is the Calvary Group that she's the co founder of,
Mm-hmm.
was born out of the fight against the Puppy Mill Cruelty Prevention Act, when Mindy witnessed law abiding animal enterprises wrongfully threatened. And
Uh,
so when Senator Robin Webb says these people, and I don't like to use the term puppy mill anyway because it kind of corners you into this little section. I don't
such,
I
yeah.
don't like those words. I think you can use other language and words to get your point across much more. But Robin Webb has chosen to use the term puppy mill. So when she
Puppy
says
mills.
this is
Uh-huh.
not a puppy mill thing, this has got nothing to do with puppy mills. The
Hmm.
person you brought
Right.
to
Yeah, and
speak
to
on behalf
speak.
of this bill, her organization was founded
on
on trying to help those organizations that could provide puppies to puppy mills.
yeah.
So
Pretty
that's why you
telling,
got to
isn't it?
that's why you got to
Yeah.
why you got to dig. You got to peel it back just a little bit more because
Uh-huh.
um, sometimes it's not always quite what it seems. So, and then on the floor, when she says this is a working Animal Protection Act, that sounds good because everybody wants to help animals, right? It sounds
Oh,
nice, sounds
sure.
good,
Sure. Sounds
but you got to
lovely.
read a
Yeah.
little bit further into it.
Uh-huh.
And like it is, who told me this the other day? It is this bill is the
Uh-huh.
solution, and I may not be saying this right. So, this bill is a solution looking for a problem.
Okay.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
providing that. It's not providing the solution for a problem. It's creating
Okay.
the problem just so it can
So
have the
have
solution.
a solution.
So
Uh-huh.
anyway, I can go on and on about this SB 45. It gets me worked up. But right now, it's sitting in committee on committees in the House where it needs to sit.
Yes.
Um, HB 212,
Uh-huh.
also introduced by our friend Susan Tyler Whitman,
Susan Tyler
would
Whitten.
allow licensed veterinary technicians to administer the rabies vaccine as long as there is a veterinarian on the premises on site. Which, if you, from what the folks that I have talked to, would be every vet is totally on
Uh-huh.
board. The KVMA, Kentucky Veterinary Medical Association,
Everybody.
is
Okay.
completely on board. They support this. It would be a great thing. It passed
Okay, good.
92 to nothing in the
Oh,
House.
wow. Okay. Okay. Way to go, Susan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that is
And
good.
since we were on here last, you have also gone to speak to somebody about the registry. So
Yeah,
you are still pursuing that and
that
sharing
is
your
that is
ideas and
HB 637.
7.
I think there are. This is excellent because this is Animal Abuse Registry for Kentucky. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I think it needs, and I pass my in whatever opinion mine is worth. I pass it along. I think it needs a little bit more work. I would love to. I
Hmm.
mean, first of all, I'd love to see. I'm going to support it. I'd love to see it pass. And as you talk with prosecutors around the county or around the state, this is like the next step for them. This is the
Yes.
next level that would help them
Of
do their
something.
jobs
Help.
better. You want to talk about
Right.
helping people out around the state? This will help these prosecutors do their job better. This animal red.
Uh-huh.
And if you do some research, and I'm going to look into Pennsylvania, but I did some research into Tennessee, into Florida. Um, Florida is really nicely drafted and looks really good. And
Uh-huh. Nice model.
you
Uh-huh.
could but it needs a little bit, but
Uh-huh.
it is something that would be very beneficial. We're going to continue to look to
Right.
see if it gets anywhere this year, but if not, in the off season, really try to nail down what would be the best thing for Kentucky. Because
Yeah.
again, as I've heard, as we were talking about an agribusiness bill, I've heard Senator Robin Webb say that Kentucky is the
No. Huh.
model
Well,
animal welfare. We're
well,
not.
then
It's a joke.
I was
I
going to
mean,
say, any
I would
model
be,
state,
if I was a
we
representative to
certainly,
stand up and say that, I would be embarrassed. But
yeah,
you know what? You could be, and
yes, a registry would be a great
this would
start.
put you on the
Yes.
forefront of what's
Uh-huh.
happening around. And you know what? In Kentucky, with the second degree animal cruelty and the felonies, you know, you get second degree animal cruelty, you go on the registry for 2 years.
Yes.
You
Uh-huh.
get, the torture is class D felony, that's up to 5 years. You go on the registry for 5 years.
Right.
And 5 years for each count,
Right.
not
Mm-hmm.
concurrently.
Uh-huh.
You're charged with
Mm-hmm.
you plead guilty, you're found guilty of 4 counts of felony, you're on there for 20 years. Right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, be quite honestly, the goal is for these folks not to have any more pets,
Not
not
to have
more
pets
animals,
ever.
right?
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
so,
Exactly.
so that is, and I think there is, I even looked into what the cost was to Florida. and it looked like
Uh-huh.
their cost was very minimal in the grand scheme
Minimal.
of things, about
Mhm.
$13,000. You could easily, and one of the things that, in my mind, I would correct probably about this bill is um, the folks that enter the information when a case is completed,
Adjudicated.
and it's called dispositional data or something along those lines.
Something like that.
Something has to
Uh-huh.
go into the CourtNet system, right?
Right.
You got to
Uh-huh.
enter these final things into the CourtNet system. There's no reason why there just can't be. You have someone on the back end create a computer program,
Yes.
and then you put a couple little buttons on there, and you're typing up what this person did and what their sentence is. And if it's second degree animal cruelty,
Torture.
you click the button, and then that button,
Exactly.
when you click it, already knows I put this person's name, their address,
Uh-huh.
what they were convicted of, and they're on the registry 2 years. And in 2 years, that computer program knows to take them off.
Right.
Same thing with felons.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
very simple, very,
Yeah.
very simple to do,
Right.
and it wouldn't take once you get the once you
The
get the
program
computer
written, yeah.
implemented.
Uh-huh.
It's just a matter of just clicking a few buttons, and you could
Right.
even have that button on the CourtNet system if you wanted. It needs to be publicly searchable, right? So anyone can
Definitely.
look into it, especially the shelters, the rescues, the humane societies, those kind of things. You want to be able to look into it.
Yeah.
Um, but it's very simple. But that would be, that's going to be, uh, I think once we get past this session, I think there are some really good things that could help this year.
Yeah.
Um, this 246 is really good. I mean, people say that's a really good animal bill. I don't even know if it's an animal bill, but it's a humane bill, right? It's going to help.
Uh-huh.
It's going to save people. Um,
Exactly.
this
So,
rabies thing is really going to help out. Um,
uh-huh.
the
So some,
245 not passing, if that passed, that would be very detrimental. And then
yeah.
eventually this registry, that's what we got to do. We got to get this registry in.
Yep. Yep. That's it. So next steps, wish lists and on the next steps. So
Yes. The next fun information, because we're moving away from the bad information, was movie stuff.
oh wow. Lots of movie stuff out there.
How exciting is the movie stuff?
I tell you what, Trevor Donovan is just posting
Oh,
all the time.
check this out. This was just in something
Oh,
digital
see?
journal. Trevor
Yeah.
Donovan, take Ethan Almighty, Ethan's Law Film. They did an interview. Uh, this is why I like the people that Tawny has assembled for
Yeah.
this movie, right? Because
Uh-huh.
Sean Patrick Flannery, who's sort of the lead in this movie, is doing it because it means something to him. He has rescue dogs. It means a lot
Right.
to him. And so then Trevor Donovan does this interview where he talked about 4 or 5 different things, but one of them was the movie.
Uh-huh.
And it says Donovan will soon step into the role of Eric Davidson, a doctor whose own battle for health uniquely positions him to understand the weight of America. His story runs parallel to the dog's journey, exploring how Ethan's survival gave hope to a community. On the new film project, Donovan remarked, "What drew me to this project was that I was in Costa Rica, coincidentally, this past December, and my friend Madeline works with Nasara Animal Control, and she does dog rescue. So we were hanging out at
Amazing.
lunch, and I helped her out when we were cruising around town getting dogs adopted and did a little charity fundraiser. I fostered a dog named Cookie for a bit, and during that trip, when the Ethan Almighty script came across my table, as I'm reading the script, I'm sitting in my hotel room with a foster dog, and it was very serendipitous
Uh,
considering the premise of the film. Animal and dog rescue
oh,
have been very important to me for a long time, so this was the perfect fit."
perfect. It is perfect. All the little pieces are falling right into place. That's wonderful.
So the story comes together, but it comes together with people that it's meant to be with.
Exactly. And Selma is obviously, we said too, very connected to her, to dogs because of her service animal. So
Hmm.
yes, they all have strong ties or interest in animal advocacy and animal rescue. So perfect cast.
Perfect
Perfect.
cast. And hey, Missy, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Love you.
And you have
Uh,
to tell them, no, they have not found Ethan yet. No, no cast person for, or no
oh no,
dog for
they've
Ethan.
got Ethan now.
Oh, they do?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
It's all coming together. All
Wow.
coming together. I
Okay.
mean, I found Ethan. He's still sleeping.
There he is. Well, when you're a star, you got to get your rest. He's
And
going to have all those premieres to go to. So,
right. Uh,
and there are a couple more cast members to be announced yet, too.
yes,
So,
very soon there'll be
whenever
a couple
that
more.
happens,
Filming is April 20th to May 15th, I think, or April 15th to May 20th. I can't remember. Um,
yeah.
there are a couple other names to be thrown out there that are going to be in the movie. To be, some of the movie folks were in town last week and
Uh
in and around
huh.
looking at some different locations, and we met up with them in Frankfurt. We popped into Susan's office, um, and mentioning that, our hearts go out to Susan and
Yeah.
Dwight,
Just
who lost Lemmy, their dog,
yeah.
and so uh, that's always a very, very difficult time. So we had a nice
Yeah.
conversation with Susan about her, that particular role in the movie and their dog and some different things. Will the movie be in theaters? Yes. They're wanting it to have a. Diana Murphy was asking that they wanted it to have a theatrical release. Um, so thank you. I will say this, getting off of here. Uh, Thanks to all the support yesterday, all the very nice, kind things people said. Um, Yesterday was difficult because
Oh, you make me cry.
you see the effects
Firsthand.
of what this animal abuse does. And uh, it's not just a one time thing, it's something that these animals have to live with. And um, sometimes, sometimes some things happen and you see um, what those effects are, and it breaks your heart. And but
Hmm.
it's a reminder of why all this stuff is so
So
important,
informed. Right.
so important.
Right.
And
Mm.
if this movie comes out and it helps bring awareness, and they pass a law in Colorado, that's fantastic. They pass a law somewhere else.
Exactly.
If it helps bring some awareness to anything else,
Right.
to
Because,
help animals, and it's all going to be worth it.
right. Because, I mean, you can Google abuse, animal torture laws. And first thing that comes up is Ethan's Law. So hopefully other states and other people all across the country, when they're looking for the model, they're going to pull up and see Ethan's Law.
Well, and there are some good. There's some good. That's the fact of the matter. There's some good states to follow. There's some good.
Uh-huh.
There are some. We're so far down at the bottom. Just about anything that you can get moving would put you in the
Yeah.
right direction. But this animal abuse registry would be. I would think that would crank you up quite a
Movie
few
up some
spots,
spot. Yes.
because it gives
Uh,
people. It helps rescues, uh, shelters, all of those places recognize who not to adopt to.
mm-hmm.
And then it's very easy for prosecutors to just look at that and say, you're on this you're on this animal abuse registry and you've been charged again. You know,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not saying that this even has to be part of Kentucky's, but in Florida's they even have this multiplier, this 1.25
Well,
punishment multiplier when
and it
something like that
should. If
happens.
if you're a
It's,
repeat offender, yeah,
and it's
seriously.
like to me. that's why, like something like in this Ohio County, this Larry Cooper person, like to me,
Uh-huh.
if you're the judge or you're the court system, that's a slap in your face. You have told these people,
Yes.
I'm basically letting you off easy. All
Uh-huh.
you have to do is follow these rules right here, and you
Right.
can't even do that.
And
Like
if
you
he was
violated the
told
one at the top, the most important one.
part one, and how hard is it to understand if it said you are to have no animals? That's not a difficult
He
thing to
understood.
understand.
Like, I
Sure
mean, we're
he
not
did.
stupid.
Of
Like,
course he did.
that's
Yeah.
why. I mean, I would look at that as just a slap in the court's face.
Uh-huh.
I think I can do this, and no one's going to find me. No one's going to catch me, and if they do, nothing's going to happen. Well, you know what?
Nothing's gonna
You
happen.
violated
Right.
your probation. You're going to jail.
Needs it needs to be. Yes. I mean, that's isn't that what happens when you violate probation? I hope so. I thought that was part of the system.
Anyway,
So,
um,
uh,
so I will try to get this out, downloaded, and out on our other podcast venue as quickly as we can. Again, thanks to everybody for all the love and support and the kind words the last couple of days. It means a great deal. Everyone is doing very well, much better, and everything is going very well.
good.
No worries at all. We'll follow some more of these cases, and
Yeah. Keep sending them to us again. If you see something, let us know.
yep. Please let us know, and thanks for everyone's support, and thank you for all your support, Debbie.
Oh, you're always welcome. You know that. So,
All right, we'll talk to everyone soon. Thank you guys for watching.
all right.
Talk to you
Bye-bye.
soon. Bye bye.